What up, what up, what up? You already know what time it is, and you already know what we're going to get into. The frustration is real. The backlash is real. The foundation is real. The delusion is real. The childhood issues that a large number of modern women carry is real. You don't believe what the fuck I'm talking about, do you? Don't have a clue. Well, check this out. Pick up your shoulder pads and your helmet and walk into the end zone with your boy. Check this out. Men, pay close attention. Let's bid fire.
Every time a man talks, especially to me, I just want to grab a toolbox and just that bitch across their fucking face. Bitch,
If that's the case, every time I hear a modern feminist woman talk, I want to reverse wrist lock her ass, then finish it with a rear naked chokehold until she stop existing. That way, she can keep quiet and shut the fuck up. Played it.
shut up and get to work. You doing all this mumbling and cackling. Get to work. Go to war. Bill.
Why don't you pay a bill? Why don't you go get counseling? If men gotta take out the trash, why don't you take out the trash? Why don't you go do some laundry? Matter of fact, there are some rocks outside. Why don't you take your ass out there and go kick them?
Something. Pump some gas. Take out some trash. Anything but talk.
Buttermilk biscuit, big back bitch.
Stupid. They don't understand when they're getting too comfortable. Women ask me all the time, how do I get my man to treat me the way he did in the beginning of our relationship? Forget him. Forget that situation and focus on yourself and how you used to feel and who you used to be before him. Who were you when he wanted you? Maybe you lost a little bit of that along the way because he made you feel unwanted.
You's a motherfucking lie.
Maybe you forgot about that because there's no communication. Maybe you forgot to communicate. Maybe you forgot to listen to your man. Did you think about that? Did you think about the simple fact that maybe when it comes to a relationship, it takes two. It takes teamwork. Y'all know, 50-50. When you communicate with your mate and you have an understanding with your mate, you're not going to lose sight of nothing because y'all going to be able to read each other and feel each other out. I don't know what the fuck she talking about.
If you really feel like you're in that place and he's still not treating you the way that you want to be treated, then tell him, not in a needy way, but in a way that says, I know who I am. I know what I deserve. You are not making me feel desired and you're getting too comfortable.
Oh, men ain't women just hate men.
Maybe stop giving
Men trash.
Cis, heterosexual men, absolutely, especially white men.
Weren't you just talking about equality?
Oh, absolutely. But we have to have that viewpoint because of how much we've been attacked.
Barbecue brisket, big back bitch.
But what about the attack that men have had? Let's talk about that. Look at how men are being attacked. You want to talk about equal. Women will never be equal to men. Get that shit out of your mind. I can be equal to a man. I can be just like a man. I can think like a man. Bullshit. Get that out of your mind. The more you think like that, that's what's fucking y'all up. Like, for real, for real. Listening to a woman that has been broken, try to give advice, try to make talking points, shut the fuck up and go get counseling.
It'd be misogynistic if a man said all women are trash.
Yes, it's the same way as like reverse racism.
So in that case, isn't it kind of, misandry for a woman to say that all men are trash?
Oh, I wouldn't say so. I mean, yeah.
So are you a misandrist?
Close to, but I'm trying to come out of that.
Am I trash then?
Sure, yeah.
So I found this post on Twitter, and at this point, I'm guessing
This motherfucker here. Why your breasts hanging out? What's up with the braids? See, that lets me know right there. Something's going on. You look like the type of person that the elevator don't go all the way up.
sort of male response to the boy math jokes that girls were making. You can pause to read it, as well as, this little section right here. And while this thread is an absolute horror novel, it is a novel that every woman should read. When you're wondering why you're having such a peaceful day and it turns out she's giving you the silent treatment, you could be ghosting her and she would still be texting you, I just want to make sure you're okay. You can talk to me. Like, are you...
Wow, ain't that something? Ain't that so amazing? Because that's the same thing that men do. Okay, just wanna make sure that if you're gonna run your motherfucking mouth on something, be sure you don't edit everything else out because it's a two-way street.
Are you kidding? Yo, that's when the I'm busy phase kicks in. When her "when can I see you" sounds more like a "I'd like to annoy you and unalive you with boredom and regret."
Look at this dumb motherfucker.
I can already tell you're damaged goods. You've been hurt. Some ninja done you greasy. And now you're angry and you taking it out on men.
Although this thread can be painful to get through, I think it is really important to note that there are thousands of men liking, agreeing with, commenting on, and most importantly, detailing the ways in which they manipulated, they've gaslighted women they do not like into staying.
And what about the same shit that a large number of women do? A large number of women do the exact same damn thing. Stop with the fuckery.
In relationships with them. But something I don't think men realize because they were too busy yucking it up is that they have now communicated something to women that women have known for a pretty long time, but they have officially confirmed it.
Just like how a large number of women have communicated to men for such a long time. Now men are waking up. Now men are saying you are not worth the juice to squeeze. You are not an asset, you're a liability. You're a garden tool.
Men cannot be alone. Like, y'all are weirdly codependent.
Bullshit. I like being alone. I love having my peace. I come and go as I please. I do as I wish. But at the end of the day, I have options. My options have options.
Number 2, y'all are unusually comfortable with using women for specific services while holding a large amount of vitriol in your hearts for them.
You's a motherfucking lie.
Funny, because you see a large number of women, not every, but a large number of women do the exact same thing that she's saying. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that calling the kettle black?
Almost like a master would a slave. Number 3, when you ask women to marry you, it means nothing. When you ask women to have your kids, it means nothing.
Now, it may not be nothing to you, because that's based off what you've experienced and what you've attracted. But not every man thinks that way. It's a blessing to marry a beautiful woman. It's a blessing to see two people that are in love. It's a blessing when two people that are in love bring in life. It's a blessing to see two people that are married in love bringing in a life, building an empire.
That damn some bitch that ever look good to me.
For you to have the audacity with that damn yarn in your hair and it would look like Christmas lights in the background with your breasts halfway exposed, going on camera, trying to give advice, trying to check men. Who the fuck you think you talking to?
And 4, and this is really a doozy, you have now communicated to women that they cannot trust you to communicate directly. Meaning that instead of women asking men what's wrong with them when they've started to change their behavior, you're suggesting that they just leave.
You all you can eat buffet, big back bitch. Your back has a back. Your back has a double chin, goddamn.
And you can't ask a damn simple question like, what do you have to bring to the table of a relationship? Are you kind? Are you peaceful? Where's your communication at?
That's right, ladies. If your man's feeling down, if he's being distant, if he's being less affectionate, if he's moody, even if it's looking like something might be going on with him, men are telling you you should just leave. Do not pass go. Do not collect the dust bunnies in his wallet. Just leave.
Exactly. Just leave. If a woman behaves that way, just leave. Don't argue with them. Don't pick fights with them. Don't feed them. Men do not give rats cheese.
I saw these posts before, and I wasn't really going to comment about it because, let's say this, right? I don't necessarily agree about men being overtly mean, okay? Being kind of distasteful in a certain way, right? Just out and out disrespectful certain times, right? And on certain things. Like, I've read these I guess they're tweets. I don't know how Twitter does it now. I mean, Twitter does it now. But I read these tweets, and some is like, okay. I mean, it's not like, they're not necessarily I hate women kind of tweets, like misogynist, right? Because it's funny that people don't really understand what that word mean, because it's strictly hate towards women. It's more like some of these men, yeah, they're just not into their relationships anymore. Okay, fine. I would say, wake up and break up.
Once and for all, men, you have to read the room. Men, you have to use wisdom. Men, you have to use discernment. If you sit back and listen and watch how a woman moves, she will tell you everything you need to know. And half of the time, you don't even have to ask no questions.
And how little validation men get. Like, women will get compliments just for being a woman. You'll get validation for being a certain gender. That's an amazing thing. That's a crazy thing. Like, men will get hated on just for being men. Understand that men will get their first flowers typically at their funeral. They get very few compliments over the course of the year, genuine compliments. And they get almost no validation in their relationships. It's usually about their women, their female. Women.
There's a large number of good men out there that are not showing appreciation for the shit that they do and say. Especially black men. Tell me I'm lying. The moment a man wakes up and leaves his home, he's hit with so much that he has to deal with. But guess what? That man takes it in the chin. And then he comes home.
With attention, compliments, positivity, from a young age. And that's an amazing, beautiful thing. But you guys got to understand, like, men don't really get that. And that's why when you compliment a guy, it lights him up.
Holy fuck, this man is spitting straight facts. Men are so mistreated in this current society, and it makes me sick. Women always assume the worst with us, even when we've done nothing wrong. We get accused of cheating, hurting, and harassing women, even if they are the ones that did it to us.
You know what you do? And walk away. Period. Say less.
It's sad that men get the worst of every situation. It's always us that are accused. It's always us that did something wrong. It's only us. I'm just saying, treat men how you would want to be treated.